Ancillaries. My billboard, unlike my magazine, was extremely conventional. I resized the dimensions of an actual billboard by -60% to make sure it was small enough for my blog after completing it. I looked at Vogue and Elle billboards and distinguished the common factors of both and applied them to my own billboard. They are quite plain with only key information such as the date of release, a cover preview, the title, and the main cover story. With this in mind, I designed my billboard with these conventions. It has extremely limited information on it, which allows for drivers to read it quickly without them missing anything or cause an accident while looking at it for too long. I also use the convention of having a limited colour scheme and sticking to a house style. My website was created with slight inspiration from exposemagazine.co.uk. For example, the slideshow banner, latest articles, and the tabs on the menu I took inspiration from too. However, most websites use a similar structure. It's the way in which the website is designed that makes it different, not its subheadings. As my magazine is an entertainment magazine, it covers all entertainment rather than just one specific thing, for example, music or films. It's mainstream rather than niche. This in turn means that I need a range of tabs and subheadings to fill everyone's needs. I use the colours from my magazine, black, white, grey and burgundy red, as well as green, which has connotations to Christmas, which also link to the fact that my magazine is released in December. I also added a purple colour to the background of one of the graphics, as the centre photo was mostly purple. This makes it stand out from the rest of the website, thus potentially driving more traffic to that page, which in turn means that I could advertise more on that page. On my In This Issue tab of the magazine, I deviated from normal conventions of regional magazines, that this is more of an national/international magazine quality. However, they don't all necessarily have an entire page on the website dedicated to it. As it's a brand new magazine, it's easier to gather an audience by explaining exactly what's in your magazine, so people are interested in its content. By creating a whole page on what's inside the magazine, it gives people a taster of what's inside without going into great amounts of detail. For this page, I used a green coloured text to contrast with the black background and make it stand out, while also fitting in with the house style of my magazine and linking the connotations that were mentioned before. My music section deviates from convention, as not many websites have a tab solely dedicated to reviews. However, I have put a bar at the bottom saying more features coming soon, and saying that this is a new magazine, so be patient for updates. This page contains a side third of Steel City's choices, which is a list of 4 videos which relate to the titles of the section. For example, Eden Hayes is local band of the week, so the video below is Eden Hayes. On the right hand side, there are 2 reviews of gigs that were in Sheffield, Bring Me the Horizon and Eden Hayes. These give a short summary of the gig, whereas the full, complete reviews feature in the magazine, which again can drive audience to picking up a copy of the magazine. I also added a contact us page to my website, just to add something a little extra, and also conventional. Expose Magazine doesn't have a contact us page, but it does have an advertise with us page, which has a clickable link to their media pack, whereas mine you can download. Either way, I use this convention to make my website as realistic as possible. I also added the option for consumers to be able to submit content to the magazine, as it's a For the People magazine. This is unconventional, as I can't see any other magazines doing this. To summarise, my magazine uses some conventions of magazines, but it also revises them at the same time, as well as coming up with new ideas to remain independent and stand out from the usual market.